Hey everyone, Allison here from Ladner Village Arts and Crafts, and we are now into November, so I think it is time to start opening the 12 Days of Stitchmas Advent calendar that Spellbinders has put out this year. This is not the crafty Advent calendar. I will be opening those in December on the days, but this one is full of stitchable dies. So what I mean by that is dies that have holes perforated in them so that you can stitch them with embroidery floss and turn them into something fun. There's been plenty of sneak videos put out by Spellbinders and all sorts of other people, but I thought it would be kind of fun to do our own videos. So this is the Advent calendar, and you open it up and see there, you can see it all now. So we've got 12 windows, and before I opened this though, there was an add-on kit that you could order separately, which we of course did with the store, so I thought I would show that to you. So this is how it comes. And I am missing one thing out of it, which I am currently using at the store. So, but there we go. So it's a card with a couple of ideas. Now there are going to be tons and tons of ideas on the Spellbinders site, as well as all their design team sites, as to how to use the dies that we're going to be opening slowly over this month. As well as the add-on kit. Okay, so in that was a needle threader. It is currently at the store because I was using it for something else, but it's very, very helpful, especially when you are now old like me and can't see things. You also get a packet of various colors of floss to help you come up with some fun designs. Some of these are variegated, like this green one and the blue, the two blues here, the goldy one. So those are going to be really fun to work with. You also get a gold and a silver DMC, what do they call it? Diamond? I don't know. Diamond. Who knows how to pronounce that? But basically gold and silver metallic thread. Now we have gold and silver metallic DMC thread at the store. I think this is quite different and quite a bit easier to work with, to be honest. So I might look at bringing some of that in for next Christmas, not this year. You get some gems, you get needles, foam squares, always important. Spellbinders loves to pop everything up. Oh, this is fun. This is a magnetic needle minder. So your needles will literally stick to it. See, it's a magnet. Isn't that fun? All the things you didn't think you needed. And this is also something fun. So it's a bobbin maker, and you can stamp it. So you can cut it out of cardstock, stamp it, and then you can put the color number on there and then just wrap extra thread around there. Or if you want to take them off here, like off the sort of hanks, and have it more easy to work with, then you can create these bobbins, which is super fun. Okay, and then the paper. So you got a gold glitter paper. You got a brushed silver metallic and a brushed gold metallic. You got white. This is pretty heavyweight cardstock. Sort of goldy mustardy color. A few different colors of green, I think. So I got a light green and a dark green. I don't know the names of these colors. I should probably have looked that up. I'm sure that you can find that on the Spellbinders website. And you've got 3 blues, like an icy, I was thinking it might be metallic, but it's not. It's just like an icy blue, mid-tone blue, dark blue, peach, like dusty rose, I have a flamingo pink, and then a red. Okay. So these are all papers and things that you can use with the dies. So I'm just going to shove all this back in the envelope. I love the envelope, actually. These pouches are super useful. Okay, so day number 1. And then behind each window is a sneaky peek. I'm just trying to fold it on the score line here. Oh, I failed. Sneaky peek. So this one is a Christmas tree ornament. And I've got this perforated inside little window. I'm just going to pull right off. And then your die is in this little bag, which is glued really tightly to the back. There we go. So that is day number 1. It's going to make this tree ornament. So let me just pull out all the pieces. So we've got the tree in 3 parts, plus the outline for each part. You've got a star topper, like a tree skirt. Oh, these will cut out individually, so then they'll fit on the bottom there to kind of accent your tree a little bit. And then you've got a little hanger thing, I'm assuming. Let me just take a quick peek at the little sneaky peek picture. Yeah, so you can hang it. So you can hang it with the star in front. So it can be an ornament, or you can just have it without this, layered up on a card. Super fun. Okay, I am going to not put it back in the bag because I'm going to do some die cutting, and then I will come back and we will make something together. Okay, so here's what I have so far. Just going through my stash. We had these in the store last Christmas. So I just pulled out one of the sheets. It's kind of this crafty, goldy kind of color, and I like the sort of Nordic pattern. I think the tree will look good on that. And I cut the tree out of the dark green. And I just wanted to show you how I sort of set my dies. I have a magnetic platform, but even with the magnetic platform, sometimes the dies can shift a little bit, especially when they're being run through. And I didn't want that to happen, so I just put a little bit of washi tape, and then they'll actually stay like that until I take them apart, which I don't think I'm going to do at this point. So all 3 were sort of taped together so they didn't shift about. And then I cut out the little fringe bit in gold and the star in gold. I didn't cut out this. I'm not going to make a tag at this point. So I'm just going to put my dies to one side. And I just used the brushed gold and then that dark green. I pulled out that variegated kind of yellowy DMC thread. Give that a go. I'm going to pull out a length. Now comes the hard part, threading the needle. So DMC thread is usually about 6 strands, 6 individual strands. So I am going to pull out 2 of them, if I can get 2 together. And just go slowly. It will twist. It's totally fine. You just go slowly and it will all pull apart. Okay, I got mine pulled apart, and I'm gonna start. I pulled out a really long section because I wanted to get to some of the lighter color. I want to start with the lighter color and at the top, and then work my way down. So now, grab a needle and try and get it threaded without my needle threader. All right, so I've got my thread on my needle, and this is the way I like to do these dies. I've done a few of them now, and we even did a class at the store where we were using not these dies, but different stitchable dies to make some cards. So I came up from the back. Okay, so this is the back side where my tail is, and I'm just going to take a little piece of washi tape and tape down that tail so it doesn't go anywhere. I will hold on to it as well, because sometimes washi doesn't like to stick 100%. And then I'm going to take my thread and go down that first hole into that first hole there. I'm going to hold it so that it's taut. Oops. Then I'm going to go back up through my top and then down into the next hole, and I'm just going to repeat this all the way along until I am finished. And then I will repeat this on each of them. Problem with long threads is they get caught on everything. I just got caught on a bit of my desk there. So I will sort of hold the threads in place once I've done that, like done one of them, just to keep them nice and taut so they don't get loose and kind of gappy, and then that's when they start to look a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? Sloppy. We don't want sloppy threads, right? Okay, so once I'm done, I'm going to come to the back. I'm actually going to go underneath these threads to secure this a little bit. And then I can put another tiny piece of washi on top. And that will stay there until I'm ready to assemble. Okay, so I'm going to do this with the other two pieces and then come back. Okay, I've done all my stitching, and now it's time to assemble my card. And while I really like this green against the craft, there's not really, the pattern's a little bit too busy to put a sentiment on there. So I've cut a piece of cardstock. I'm gonna sort of cut it down, mount my tree onto it, have my sentiment underneath it, and then have it mounted onto this. So you'll just see this around the outside. And then that will go on my card front. So first off though, let's get our little trim pieces glued. Now the little chads haven't come through, so let's see if I can flick them out. Oh, I can just brush them out actually. There we go. And for these, you're definitely going to need some liquid glue, and then I would suggest having something heavyish to place over top while they dry. So I've just got some acrylic blocks here on my desk. I'm just gonna put one on there. Get these little chads out. You could stitch this, I suppose. And if you placed it, if you glued it on first, I think these holes line up, so you could stitch through that. That might have to be another sample. Another block for that. And last one, I've got little bits all over my mat here. I will have to deal with that when we're done. For now, it just looks like confetti. And I'm using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I love this glue, and then I got the super fine tip for it. One more block, nice big one. Okay, I got the super fine tip so that I can lay down teeny tiny little bits of glue like that. Before I trim my card, I'm actually going to stamp my sentiment onto it. And I've just got this set from Hero Arts that I was sent as part of a class we did last year. And I think I'm just going to use the Wishing You Peace and Joy. You can use any stamp set you like. Question is, do I have ink at home? This is a problem. I work from 2 studios, so sometimes I don't have the right tools in each studio. So I'm just going to do this in my black ink. You could definitely heat emboss this. And if I had all my ink colors, I would probably choose something not quite so stark. Maybe even a green to go with a tree. But gotta deal with what you got. All right, let's open up these pop dots. And we can start assembling. So if you know me at all, you know I like my pop dots. I don't like my things to bend in the middle. The only place I was gonna say the only place I'm not gonna put it is up at the top there, because these are gonna get layered. So I gotta keep that in mind. I don't need pop dots in the middle here. Is that gonna be enough? Maybe right on the outsides. Okay, I'm gonna put this one down and then start adding the other ones. And the last one. So these are the Spellbinders scissors. The Tim Holtz scissors do the same thing, where they don't, the gluey bits don't stick to the scissor blades, which is amazing. Now, it's going to be tricky to put this in the trimmer and trim it down, but I'm up for a challenge. Let's clear the decks here a little bit. So if I take off an inch, nope, half an inch. Now, are we centered? Perfect. Not bad. Okay, let's start with half an inch and see where we're at. I think we can take off a bit more than that. And I'm going to take off like a 1/4 inch along the bottom, I think. Now again, if I had all my inks at home, I might ink the edges. For now though, we're not going to do that. What might be nice is to actually have that mounted on something. So I'm going to take a look at the other cardstocks in there and see if I want to mount it on something. Now I'm trimming this pattern paper to be 1/8 of an inch shy of 5.5 by 4 1/4. I think if I put something behind that, it'll really pop. I could use a dark green. would be nice. But let's see what happens with, nope. What this look like? Nope, not in love with that either. Okay, what else? There other colors do we have in here? We got a pink. Let's try the red. No, dark green is the winner. So to get this dark green mat the right size, I'm going to measure this one. So this is like 4.5 by 3 1/8. So let's do 3.5. Just give me a little, the barest of borders by 4 5/8. And then I'm going to get out my favorite tape. It's this stuff. Love this stuff. I make a lot of cards, and because I don't want them to fall apart, because I sell them, and sometimes they sit in the packaging for a little bit. This stuff is amazing. It does not come apart. Everything sticks real good. Okay, before I put my star on, I'm going to assemble the card. Then I can put my little gold star on, maybe some jewels. Okay. I'm a bit of an eyeballer when it comes to centering. And then I have a card base here. Quickly throw this together. You could use liquid glue to put your card together. I'm just lazy and I don't like to wait for things to dry, so I like my double-sided tape. Okay, so I've got my little topper. Let's get those. Let's go back. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue here where it's going to be attached to the tree. And then I'm just going to put a couple of those on there. Just hold that in place for a minute. And let's look at, do we want to add these kind of blings or see what I have in my stash? Perks of working and owning a scrapbook store. You can buy all the things. So we had these also last Christmas. They're just all colors of pearls, and I think they look really nice against here. So let's find a color that works. Yeah. And then we're just going to put them in little groupings. I like 3s. Some people find odd numbers not to their liking, but I like things in 3s. And I also like things in 3 sizes. Okay. Whoops. Left the glue dot behind. Here we go. with pearls. There you have it. First Christmas card, first project with the day 1 of the Stitchmas Advent calendar. So that's my card. This, just to remind you, is the die that we got. The layered Christmas tree. How fun is that? I'll come up with some other project ideas and I'll post them up on our social media. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.